Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Display and Speak. Today we're going to talk about one of my all-time favorite comic books, Amazing Spider-Man number 124. This is the first appearance of Man-Wolf right here. So kind of given away on the cover that this is J. Jonah Jameson's son, John Jameson. Background, he's an astronaut, and he went to the moon, picked up a moon rock that turned him into a werewolf. So this book was released in September of 1973, and you might be wondering, hey Jake, how come you're so aware of this comic book? You weren't born until 1975. Well, I'll tell you, there was a record series, and this was one of the issues, and I thought it was horrifying and fascinating at the same time, and I listened to it and read along with it on my record player in my room. There was a few other books, and I'll probably get into talking about those too. There was a Hulk comic and a Batman comic with Man-Bat. But for now, we're talking about this one. This is a great story written by Jerry Conway, illustrated by John Romita Jr. That's his classic Spider-Man, John Romita Jr. and Gil Kane, who you might know from some of the Batman. This is a few issues after the death of Gwen Stacy and an issue or two after the apparent death of Norman Osborn. So Spider-Man's kind of reeling from those. And J. Jonah Jameson keeps blaming Spider-Man for his involvement in the death of Norman Osborn, which Spider-Man is, mostly innocent. And Peter's getting distracted, so he decides he's going to go to school, take some classes. But, he's having a bad day. He snaps at Flash and Mary Jane when they try to ask him how he's doing. In the meantime, John comes back to visit J. Jonah Jameson at the Bugle. He starts acting funny. People say, "Oh yeah, the stress of your job," that kind of stuff. They don't know that it's the moon rock he's got wrapped around his neck there. So he leaves, and at some point, just transforms into the man wolf here, and goes on a bit of a rampage. Comes back to the Bugle and starts attacking J. Jonah Jameson. Well, about the same time, Spider-Man, after having his bad days, decided he's going to go give J. Jonah Jameson a piece of his mind. So he shows up thinking he's going to yell it at J. Jonah Jameson, and ends up having to rescue him from the Man-Wolf. They fight. Man-Wolf knocks out Spider-Man. And when he comes to, J. Jonah Jameson has recognized the necklace and says, that's my son. If you go after him, I'm going to tell everyone you attacked me. And so Spider-Man has to acquiesce to the demands of J. Jonah Jameson, and Man-Wolf kind of just gets away. I think there's the next issue. They meet up again, but that's kind of where this one ends. Spider-Man actually loses his battle in this one. Not great. I think it makes Spider-Man a more human character. Peter is going through college. He's got regular college kid problems on top of superhero problems and publicity problems. So it makes it quite a relatable story. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out. That's my Display and Speak episode of Spider-Man number 124, first appearance of Man-Wolf. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe for future videos. Leave a comment if you want to share your thoughts or you have an idea of what we could cover next. Otherwise, next time you come around, please bring a friend, because, hey, there's always room for one more nerd.